Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 13th of August 2021. Got a really great video for you to see, and it's on my must-see video list on my website, so details on that in a minute. But the actual video is an interview between James Delingpole on his Deling pod, which I haven't actually seen any of his stuff for a little while now, for a good probably 4-6 weeks, after having made some great recommendations from him at that time. I think it's because he's not really on this platform anymore, which when you look at the video I'm about to recommend, you'll soon understand why. Now, James Delingpole, he used to be pretty much a mainstream media journalist. I think he worked for this, I believe it's the Spectator and the Telegraph. Could be wrong, but it was things like that anyway. And that was until he was shunned by those sorts of outlets for being a crazy con theorist. And he is interviewing a certain guy who worked for a golf papa outlet, shall we call it, and he was a doc in one of those, and his name is Sam, and his surname is the opposite to Black, so I think you can understand who I'm talking about. So he was obviously a very highly regarded person in his profession, until again he became shunned for having his crazy con theorist views, even though what he was saying makes perfect sense as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'll tell you what, if those two guys, you watch this video and if you think these two guys are conspiracists, well, I'm very happy to join their ranks, because as far as I'm concerned, they are two highly intelligent, switched on guys with honour, and just trying to call out the lies and tell the truth. So if they're con theorists, I am very happy to be regarded as one of those as well, because I tell you what, con theorists are rapidly becoming the most honourable, truthful people in society as far as I'm concerned. Now let's just have a little chat about the whole con theorist thing, or truther. That is the polite term for con theorists, so we will call them sort of truthers now. Well, I regard myself as a truther as well, so us. But actually what I'll do is I'll carry on calling them con theorists, because for the sake of this video at least, because it kind of illustrates the point I'm about to make a bit better, I think. So let's say you were someone or a group of people actually up to no good. You know, you did have some kind of conspiracy that you were planning or engaging in. And let's say there was someone or group of people who were onto you and they were calling you out. Well, I would suggest that you would have two courses of action as far as those people were concerned, both highly effective. Number one would be to bump them off, of course, which has been done many a time for many a reason and many a conspiracy in the past. But if you can't do that, because, well, let's say there's too many of them, well, the next best thing would be to somehow say that they are mentally unstable, mentally unwell. And because unfortunately in today's society, if you are sort of diagnosed with a mental illness, you are immediately discredited for any kind of intelligent thinking whatsoever. So as soon as the public at large gets the impression that someone is mentally ill, well, it's game over, isn't it? And they can sort of shout from the rooftops all kinds of truths, and it'd just be, oh, not sort of taking any notice of him, he's just crazy. And the way that the term con theorist has been sort of, well, the way that term has evolved over the years is really been done to make sure that anyone kind of telling inconvenient truths are just immediately thought as of being mentally unstable. So just think about it. Next time you sort of think someone is a con theorist, or someone else is calling someone a con theorist, just ask yourself why are they doing it. But anyway, let's get back to the interview that I'm talking about with the Doc and James Denning-Pole. I'll tell you what, it is fantastic, and there's just so many truth bombs in that video. It's about an hour long, but during the hour they just talk about how these awful things are so ineffective, and how various other things are either ineffective or dangerous. And yeah, it's just so much amazing content. And I think by the time you get to the end, if you are someone who's a kind of frame of mind that differs from mine, and you're kind of with the mainstream narrative, and you can't understand people like me not being with that narrative, by the time you've watched this video, you'll understand why a lot better. It's one of the best sort of videos or anything I've seen in the last 18 months, which just sums everything up how I think in the sort of most succinct, shortest sort of time possible. So can't recommend it highly enough. Just go and have a look at it. It's on fairplaynow.net/must, short for must see videos. I'll leave that link in the description box below, and if you click on it, you'll go through and you'll see it immediately at the top of that web page, and just sort of go into that and you'll see the interview. So well worth watching, and I think you'll learn a lot from it. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.